Victoria for Slurp Vision. I'm very excited to have Tim Atkin, MW, here on Subvision with us, so thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure to be here.
Tim Atkin is a world-famous wine critic, an MW, master of wine, presenter on BBC Saturday Kitchen, so I'm so excited to have you here to pick through the top wines for Christmas. And this is actually your Christmas case, what you would drink for Christmas.
Absolutely. What I was actually, I picked my favourite sort of 30 wines during the year, and then I tasted them again, and actually came up with a 12 I thought would work really well as a Christmas case. So these are all wines that I personally recommend, and that I'd be very, very happy to drink.
I'm so curious to see what you would drink for
Well, there are some
Christmas.
weird things in there.
Yeah.
You know, I tried to put some classics, but I also tried to put in some things that people wouldn't be familiar with, just to challenge people a bit. But I was always mindful of a kind of Christmas meal, of the fact that people drink some things as aperitifs, and also people want things that go with Christmas pud, and also maybe as a digestif when they're snoozing in the afternoon after lunch.
Yeah, and what inspired you in terms of making it a little bit unusual, for example?
Well, just to challenge people and to challenge myself. I mean, I think the classic things for Christmas would be probably things like Chablis, you know, Claret, so very, very French dominated. And I wanted to get away from that. I mean, maybe to have some of those flavours in the case, but to have wines that weren't those wines. So, you know, there are a few classics in there. You know, there's a Rioja in there, you'll be pleased to hear. There's a Champagne in there, there's a Port in there, but there are also some weird and wonderfuls too.
Excellent. And just for people who are planning their Christmas meals and everything, what are the things that you think are absolute musts, you know, for Christmas time to look at?
The first thing I think is buy early.
Yeah.
You know, because I think people often make a mistake about right at the last minute. There's a panic, it's a bit like the food, but I think buy early so you actually know what you've got, get plenty of the things you need. I'd make sure that you've got a really good spread of wine. So you've got everything from a very basic wine, you know, that will be great if you've got if your neighbours pop in, you know, unexpectedly, you can serve them that, right up to something that's really pretty special, like a bottle of very smart champagne. So I think as many different flavours as possible.
And all the price ranges.
Yeah, and think about the food you're going to serve it with. I mean, it's not, you know, the wine and the food are meant to be drunk together, folks. You know, it's. I know that if you were drinking wine with food in France or Italy, the idea of drinking wine on its own would be crazy. And yet in this country, very often we drink wine on its own without food. So think about your menu in advance, or your menus, because I hope you're going to be having more than one meal during Christmas.
All the 12.
Yeah, all the 12 maybe, and actually make sure that you've got the wine sorted out and the food sorted out. But don't be afraid to be surprised and to be stimulated by new flavours, and that's what I'm here to do.
Excellent. I'm so looking forward to trying these with you. And please click on the bottles that you see for an individual tasting review by Tim Atkin.